Hello everyone and welcome back. So, it has come to my attention that banging on an anvil does kind of distract the sound recording device or whatever that my camera uses and kind of makes me unintelligible. So today, I won't be doing any hammering, I'm just going to be doing a little bit of upkeep in here. So, just sort of making sure my workspace is decently manageable. So, I guess in addition to that, I will be talking about just sort of random stuff. First thing I want to cover is something that I did not get very much footage of. Unfortunately, I got pretty much no footage of these. So what these are, if you watch the channel trailer, you'll actually see these come up. These are both bronze ingots that I cast into an ingot mold. Specifically, this one. It's a pretty good one. I really like it. Pops right out of there. It's amazing. It's made out of this nice graphite material, so it won't melt. It'll only sublimate once you get up to 6,000, which I can't even get my foundry up to 3,000, so I'm pretty sure we're safe there. But I gotta make sure it's preheated, that way no water gets in there and, doesn't blow any of this up. Because if you have water in there, pour molten metal in there, it's gonna instantly sublimate and it's not good. Haven't done it yet, but I don't intend on doing it anytime soon, so yeah. But anyway, so this is some bronze I made. It is pretty much the same bronze I made the first time that you guys actually have the video of. It's pretty much that same bronze. Actually, this ingot is. This ingot's pretty much the same bronze. I just added a little bit more lead, a little bit more copper, and some aluminum. So it's pretty much just more of it. Yeah, not much to say on that. This, on the other hand, casings. Casings are most of what went into this. I did some bullet casings, a little bit of copper, a little bit of aluminum. So both of these effectively are aluminum bronze, but this one's a little bit more exciting because it's a little heavier. Specifically, I want to touch on a subject that I've actually seen some other people touch on recently because it is important, especially for dry areas out here. Fires. So as you've noticed, I do my best to be safe with fire. I don't, go crazy with it or anything. Actually, as it is right now, hopefully I'm not a hypocrite. There we go. See, it's not lighting up. So I have the dial turned all the way back. That way, if it gets bumped or anything, it doesn't start shooting flame everywhere. Which is good because this thing's made out of wood. And wood is flammable. Ah! Dumped the WD-40. Dang. Anyway, that is one of the measures that I have in place to prevent fires from happening in here because, well, it'd be kind of disastrous for me. We pretty much get fires on a very regular basis, but the thing is, if we can prevent it, we'll do anything we can to prevent it. There are some fires, of course, that are kind of unpreventable. For instance, lightning fires. I know that one of our big fires recently was a lightning fire. The SCU Lightning Complex was a lightning fire. Pretty much just lightning, not a lot of rain. Bleh. And yeah, it tends to light stuff up. Now, there are good ways of mitigating the fire danger. For instance, creating a nice defensible space, clearing out dead stuff. Can't be perfect about it sometimes, but I think, doing the best that one can do is admirable. Optimal, I'll say that. Give some serious props to another blacksmith on YouTube, Alex Steele. Yeah, he's raised some awareness recently for that. He made a rather spiffy looking Pulaski, fireman's Pulaski, which I think I actually have a head of one around here somewhere, but I need to do a restoration video on that because that would be so cool. yeah, so I guess that's pretty much all I've got to say on fires for now. Been tooling around with this recently. This is a Jiandao, at least my interpretation of one. Yeah, so it's not necessarily what one might call a good Jiandao, but this is actually a project I'm working on for my brother. He was going to just straight up do a bunch of stock removal on a piece of 1080 steel, but I saw that and I was like, no, I can't allow that. Because, you know, if I can save metal, I will. And I did. I isolated a good portion of metal off of this. About that much, of course. It ended up going into a horribly failed attempt at Damascus. I'll try that once I have a power hammer and a decent forge. We'll just leave it at that. But this here, I've been sanding it down recently, and as much as I've wanted to do an entire video on this, I've been kind of stuck. See, so at one point, my sander broke down. I made this thing, probably I'd like to say in April. It's been a while. It really has been. And just trying to get those last little bits of scale out, tedious. Also, I've got this. This here is a railroad spike. Told a friend I would work on a knife for him because he's the one that got me a bunch of railroad spikes, which I'm still working my way through. And I will make him a knife out of this railroad spike specifically, starting tomorrow, because I already started making a knife, and it didn't really turn out that well. Again, there's too much scale. There's a lot of hammer dents in it, so this time I'm going to work those hammer dents out a little bit better. Probably going to make it a little bit flatter, just because that blade is mighty thick. So I'm going to make a better knife out of this, and I will get it to you soon. Yeah, actually, sort of. There is one thing that's been on my mind recently, and it has been annoying me to no end. You see, this first season, as I keep liking to call it, is, you know, I'm trying to be fairly consistent with releasing videos and such, and, you know, trying to release them once every 2 or 3 days. Usually Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Those are the days I usually try and release them, and usually I get it done by midnight. So, yeah, there's that. You see, I have this wonderful beard right here that you guys have seen go through a few transformations already. Thing is, I've wanted to keep it decently similar. Problem is, if I ever get the idea of, oh, I'd like to bring it down to, you know, just this, or just this, I always leave myself thinking, yeah, but I should probably hold off until the end of the first season, which means I've got to wait for the entire month of September. And right now, yeah, the recording date for this is September 22nd, so, oops. Yeah, I, kinda got myself stuck in that one. Although I have to say, this iteration of beard, really easy for upkeep. All I need to do is, you know, keep the lines decently trimmed up, you know. I beard really easy. Irish. Irish and Italian, so I've just got all the good genes. But, but yeah, no, so, pretty easy upkeep. You know, gotta, you know, keep it a nice close trim because I don't want to look, you know, wild or anything. You know, try and keep it nice and close, decent looking, professional. I say as I have this long hair. Professional. Talking about clamps. I use these things, actually, to hold my camera. There are 2 clamps off camera right now that I'm using to hold the camera. If you guys saw my engineering jobs, you'd probably be quite frightened and worried for my safety. But, yeah, no. This is actually safe, you know. Nothing's coming apart anytime soon. Even though a lot of it relies on friction, nobody's in danger of being injured, so we good. And no equipment has been harmed, nor do I foresee any equipment being harmed by that setup, so I'm happy about that. So, a few final shout outs. First off, to our firefighters. They are doing a great thing out there, protecting our lives and our property. Definitely shout out to them and all the good work that they're doing. Because of the work they've done, we've had a pretty low casualty fire season out here, especially compared to last year with the Paradise Fires and Mendocino Complex and all that stuff. Yeah, that's definitely a good thing they're doing. So, yeah, definitely shout out to them. Shout out to Eric Wolf Productions. He seems to give me a shout out all the time, so I figured I'd return the favor. He's got a few vlogs that are pretty cool. I know he's got one about a trip that he took recently, decently. He's also, I don't know if he's got it up by now, but I know he's gonna have at least another one. So I'm looking forward to that. He's also got a couple of podcast episodes where he's talking about D&D. Yes, I happen to be part of that campaign. I'm a bit of a nerd, I know, but I also, have other stuff that I do. So it's just one part of my very complex life. I'm not arrogant in the slightest. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, shout out to him definitely. Other than that, I mean, I guess shout out to all of you for supporting me and watching this video. Other than that, I really can't think of much more, so I guess I'll let you guys get back to your day. Thanks for letting me ramble on. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I really hope you guys have a great day.